Hi there, Paul Scheele here once again to work on learning with you. And I want to emphasize this idea that learning is work. The brain that's learning something is doing hard work. It's building neurology, it's building connections in the brain. And one of the things that's very important after you stress the brain or the body to learn anything, we need to be able to take a break. The action-oriented nervous system is out there doing the work necessary. And then there is a relaxation-oriented nervous system. And it's that parasympathetic that happens during sleep that begins to consolidate the learning that took place during the day. So that action-oriented sympathetic nervous system needs to be balanced. It's called the strain and then pause, right? That's the thing that's going to build muscles. It's the same thing that's going to build neurology within your brain, which is really the work of learning. Now, sleep, it turns out, is one of the most important times to help the brain consolidate learning. So I'm going to invite you to learn in your sleep. Cool idea, huh? Well, it's actually true. It's what your brain does. You see, at night, when we go to sleep, I don't know if you sleep during the day or if you sleep at night, but the idea is when you are in your sleep stage, the brain goes through two things. One is purging what it is that's not necessary. And the other is consolidating the learnings that are important to you. So there is a time just before you go to sleep, you've laid down, you're in bed, lights out, you're going to go to sleep, but you're not asleep yet. It's called the twilight state. Your mind is calm, body is relaxed, mind is clear. This is the idea. This is the ideal time to give yourself a set of positive suggestions that will actually help the learning take place. In essence, you can say to your mind, hey, mind, you can say that, hey, mind, today I was learning this. Now, take that learning and build it in to the muscles, into my brain, so that tomorrow I'm further ahead in my learning and more able to access that learning when I need it. Now, as you go to sleep, the brain will do the work that's necessary, and it is going to purge whatever isn't really absolutely critical. And because you've given it the directive of what it is that's critical to you or very important to you, it's going to do that work on your behalf below the threshold of your conscious awareness because you're asleep. Now, upon awakening, it's a good idea to reinforce what it is that you've learned. In other words, in that twilight state of awakening where you're still in bed, you're not quite awake, but you're not asleep anymore, bring into your mind and review what it is that's important for you that you're learning, so that when you do get up and you start your day, your brain knows this is what I'm on about today. This idea of using the twilight state and kind of bookending, bounding that sleep time is such an important way to bring a very powerful resource into working for you on your behalf. That's learning as you sleep. It's tremendous to realize that this consolidation process is not something that you can force. It's actually something that happens when you stop forcing, when you get away, when you step back and let it go. Over the years, one of the things that I've done when teaching photo reading is I've asked in the room, how many of you here are professional writers? I generally, in a group of 100 people, would get anywhere from 3 to 6 people that would raise their hand. And I'd ask them, how many of you have noticed that the best time to write about what it is you've learned is the day after you learned it. All hands immediately go up. I said, this is called incubation. And this is well researched that what happens when you get away from what it is that you've learned, the brain at night starts building, there's neurological connections, there's building dendrites between nerve cells, building connections so that the next day when you want to start writing, it's all there for you. It's immediately activated. So think about this. Next time you need to learn something important, be willing to learn and then get away from it. Give your mind the suggestion of what it is you would like as an outcome as you're sleeping. And you'll find that your mind will, in fact, consolidate that learning on your behalf. And I do believe that the purpose of education is the liberation of human genius. So what I'm doing with you through all of my work with you is to help you liberate that genius within you. And I'll tell you what, there is a genius learner in every single human being. You're not born to be dumped into. You're actually born with tremendous resources that are waiting to be expressed. So whatever it is you choose to learn in this world, you can do it. Enjoy. I'll see you in the next session.